doing? Dogg, Anti-Imperial to Chill here, man. Good to see everybody. Dogg, Anti-Imperial to Chill. I'm a recording artist. That's my recording name. Dogg is the sexually explicit guy. He's a guy. He's kind of like a clown. Kind of a little bit gangster, a little bit thug, and things like that. That's Dogg. That's Dogg. Anti-Imperial is the center. Anti-Imperial, who I truly am. What's going on? Who's that? Who's that? Che 03. I see you. Cortland Ryan, the one and only beautiful Cortland Ryan. Caitlin Newsom, I see you. It's all good. It's all good. Jayal and is in the house for sure, for sure, for sure. Blessings, my brother. Blessings, blessings. It's all good. Anti-Imperial is the center. Anti-Imperial is who I truly am. Anti-Imperial is all about upliftment, education, knowledge, social issues. What's going on, Superstar 617? I see you, sister. I see you. I see you. Education, social issues, religion, political science, economics, sociology, psychology, philosophy, physiology, and things like that. That is Anti-Imperial. And the chill is a hopeless romantic. The chill is all about falling in love, raising a family, and things like that. It's all good. And Jaya, my man, it's all good. This right here is called Diversity Outspoken, you guys. We do this every Sunday, every Wednesday. That is 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. So every Sunday night, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone, and every Wednesday night, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. We call this Diversity Outspoken because we speak about a diverse range of topics, meaning that we speak about anything and everything, and we are outspoken or straight to the point about those topics. We have one rule here, although we're straight to the point. I have one rule only, and that is that you guys remain respectful of the environment of Diversity Outspoken and remain respectful of one another. You can agree, disagree, just remain respectful. Every day I do a daily historical post, you guys. You guys can see those daily historical posts on Instagram and on TikTok. On Instagram is much better because Instagram gives me the space to be able to do those in a more detailed format. TikTok is a smaller space, so it's not as detailed. Emma, I see you, sister. What's going on, Emma? How you doing? It's all good. And those daily historical posts shows what happened on that particular day, going back decades, going back centuries, or going back thousands of years. It just depends. Anti-Imperial, anti-_Imperial. If you guys want to see those daily historical posts or anything else, you guys can catch me on Instagram and TikTok, and that's at anti_Imperial, as you see here on the shirt. Anti-_Imperial. Don't forget this little underscore right here, which is that line that goes at the bottom. At anti_Imperial on Instagram and TikTok. On YouTube, it's just Anti-Imperial without the underscore. So YouTube would be like this with no underscore. It'd be Anti-Imperial with a space in between to subscribe to the YouTube. On Instagram and TikTok, though, you have to have that little underscore, that little line that goes down there at the bottom. If you have me on Instagram, the easiest way to subscribe to my YouTube is to go to my Instagram bio page, my IG bio page. You guys know we all get an Instagram bio page. And on that Instagram bio page, we all have that one line that's a link. What's going on, Nestor? I see you, Nestor 3208. We all have that one line that's a link. And on that one line, Darren Paul 83, I see you. On that one line that's a link, that link will always be my latest video. So if you go to my Instagram bio page and go to that link, click that link, and my video will come up. It will be a YouTube video, and then when that video comes up, you can go ahead and hit the subscribe button right there when that video comes up, and I would appreciate that. So here we go, you guys. What we're going to talk about today is be with the one who makes you happy. Be with the one who makes you happy. Uh-oh. It's all good. This is just kind of like one kind of a sliver. I'm taking one take on this. There's many different takes I could take on this. This is just the first take. And in months down the line, I already have 2 more about the same topic, but taking like different angles about it. So, but today is the first angle. So, be with the one who makes you happy, you guys. Be with the one who makes you happy. I kind of got this because, as you guys know, I talk about all the time that I get DMs. And so, again, PSA, public service announcement. If you guys have DM'd me, if I haven't gotten back to you yet, just give me some time. Be patient. I will get back to you guys. I get back. What's going on, Mr. DBL Black? How you doing? If I haven't gotten back to you guys, I will. Just be patient. I go through all of my DMs. You guys know I get about like 25, 30 a day. So I go through all of them and I respond to everybody, you guys. It's all good. Appreciate it, Emma. Appreciate it. It's all good. Thanks a lot. For sure. So I will get back to them. But you guys, recently I got so I get DMs all the time about different things that I talk about, and people see it and things like that. It's all good. But I recently got a few DMs. I mean, I get these all the time about relationships. All the time, it's usually people reaching out to me and like want to know about this or this happened. They cheated or they got cheated on or things happen. And what should they do? Or should they leave? Should they stay? What should happen or whatever? So recently, I got a couple DMs. It was 3, I believe. I got a few DMs with people thanking me. It was 2 guys and a female. No, it was 2 females and a guy. It was 2 females and a guy, and 3 separate cases. And they were all thanking me because they were saying that the advice I gave them, they followed it and it worked out, and now they feel like they're in a happy space. And they feel like they're doing better with like their life. They were kind of depressed and kind of sad and things like that, and they kind of got over it or whatever. In one situation, they ended up breaking it off, and in 2 situations, they ended up going back to the person or accepting the person back. So in 2 situations, the relationship is continuing. In 1 situation, they ended up breaking it off for good. But in all 3 situations, the individuals are much happier, and it made me feel good for them to reach out to me and thank me, I love that type of thing, man. Just because, like, happiness, man. We live one time, which is what I'm going to go over kind of today. Like, we only live one time, you guys. So being happy is a huge thing and something that everybody should strive for. So being able to help people, like, come to a place of happiness in their life is very important to me. So it is what it is. Also, what the second thing that kind of put this in my mind, what we're going to be going over today is I was on the train the other day, because you guys know, like, I'm a walker, so I like to get out and walk and just kind of feel the environment and feel the city. We're really talking about the environment as far as like nature. I love to walk around through nature and stuff like that. Like, I love to like do hill climbing and things like that. Also, I love to do backpacking and things like that in nature. But I also love to just walk out and just experience the culture of a community in the city. So I love to go to like different cities and walk around and look at the people and look at the entertainment and just experience different cultures and stuff like that. I love doing things like that or whatever. So I love taking public transportation, because you get to see the people of wherever you're at and get to kind of feel the vibe of the city and kind of see the faces of the people and what's going on in their minds and things like that or whatever. So, sometimes you see crazy stuff, but it's all entertaining, right? So it is what it is. I was on the train the other day, and somebody got on the train, and they were kind of drunk. It was a woman. And so she was like, she was cursing a lot and things like that, which was kind of uncomfortable with everybody on the train. Everybody else on the train was kind of like just like minding their own business. Ashley Elizabeth, I see you, Ashley Elizabeth. Everybody on the train was kind of like minding their own business, and she kind of came on drunk and cursing or whatever with like her little sidekick, which is like she had some guy with her that was supposed to be like her husband, but he wasn't. It was really weird. It was kind of crazy. But anyway, so she came on the train and things like that. And so she was talking about how one of her daughters wanted to be with a guy. The guy cheated on her. She left the guy years ago, but wasn't really happy. And ever since then, she had kind of been going around trying to find that happiness, I guess, that she had from being in the relationship with the guy that she was in. And since she broke up, the guy cheated on her, and she broke up with the guy, and then never went back, never accepted the guy back. What's going on, Sasha Regina Smith? I see you. She never accepted the guy back. This is the drunk lady's daughter. Never accepted the guy back, and after that, she was never happy again, and therefore tried to find happiness being with other people, and dating other people to try to kind of fill that void of the unhappiness that she was feeling because she was not in her relationship anymore or whatever. And so being that's the case, you guys, she ended up sleeping around with so many different people that she ended up, hold on one second, Sasha Regina Smith says, hey, long time no see. I've been partying all night. It's all good, sister. Keep partying. Drink some for me. You know, I don't drink alcohol, so drink some for me, sister. Keep partying. It's all good. I'm glad you're okay. As long as you're partying safely, Sasha, that's all we care about here. Claudia Geronimo, I see you, 0406. It's all good. The most important thing, Sasha says, slightly tipsy but home safely. That's all I care about. As long as you're home safely, my prayers have been answered. You're good and you're safe and you're home, and that's what's most important. But so she ended up, you guys, sleeping around with different people, and because she slept around with different people, trying to find or trying to recreate that love from the relationship that she was in, she ended up with HIV. And she ended up with HIV, and she didn't have, the lady was talking about how she didn't have, because, you know, her family and stuff, they're not well off, or not even like, they're not even like even off in a medium way. They're low working class, and she was talking about how they don't have they never had the money. This happened years ago. She was talking about how they never had the money to be able to get her the medicine. So now her daughter's like almost dead. She said her daughter's all messed up. She said her daughter's Sasha says, Vic, I see you, Vic. Vic, what's going on? And Jackenzie, I see you, Jackenzie. It's all good. And Vic out here in the house, Sasha says, I got an Uber and I'm ready to pass out. It's all good, Sasha. I'm glad you could join us for as long as you could. You know, hey, if you're gonna pass out, have a good sleep, sister. You know, I love you. But she said she has HIV, and because they weren't able to afford the medicine to at least like make it, you know, to a point to where she could sustain it, she's doing really bad right now. She said that she's pretty much almost kind of like doesn't have that much longer, she says. And I was like, man, but she was, you know, she was really loud about it. Like I said, she was cursing a lot. She was drunk. So the whole train was able to hear, or the whole cabin that we were in. Love you, Sasha. The whole cabin that we were in. So it was uncomfortable. It was sad though. Had my attention, and so it just kind of made me think a little bit, you guys. So I was kind of like, you know what? Man, what if she would have? The guy cheated one time, because the mother was saying the guy, her guy only cheated one time. She could have took him back. He wasn't that bad. Besides that, you know, he was a good guy. Da 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 da. And I was like, you know, you can see it both ways, right? Because me personally, I probably wouldn't put up with cheating, right? If somebody cheated on me, I probably would let them go. Like, look, you know, if you didn't want me, then that's it. Like, I don't want to be with you. But if that's the person that made her happy, the lady's daughter, if the husband had made the daughter happy, and she, after that, even though wanted to be with the husband because that brought her happiness, but she decided because she wanted to, I guess, not be embarrassed by taking the cheating husband back, because her family would have said something about it, and, you know, her friends would have looked at her like, you're stupid, you took her back or whatever. She ended up not taking the husband back, but ended up going out trying to find that love again, and therefore ended up with HIV. So it just kind of made me start thinking, and who's that? Edna, I see you, Edna. What's going on, Edna Rocha? Razel, what's going on, brethren? It's all good. And it kind of just started making me think, like, you know what, you guys, like, maybe you should do what makes you happy. Like, you should do whatever makes you happy. Now, like I said, there's different angles to take on this, and I'm not going to take every angle tonight, because if you're trying to chase something that's unhealthy, let's say if you're like an in a abusive relationship, like physically abusive. All right, the guy might make you happy when he's not beating on you, but him beating on you should supersede the times where he's not beating on you. And therefore, I would say you should probably leave that relationship because it's physically abusive. Even though the times where he's not beating on you, you're really, really happy. Like I said, there's different angles to take on this. But I'm putting aside right now, I'm keeping out of the equation like physical abuse and things like that. If somebody makes you happy, even if they cheated on you and made a mistake, you guys, that maybe that's not a reason why, if they're the ones that make you happy, why you should throw the whole relationship away. Now, me personally, I would not be with somebody who cheated. That's me personally. But you have to look within yourself and see what is good for you personally, is my point. What's going on, Osadio Carmen? I see you. And who is that? George. What's going on, George? George now foul. What's going on, my brother? It's all good. Now, that being said, don't lie to yourself. See? Because I also get DMs from somebody, and I got 2 DMs recently by 2 different females, and both of them were like, oh, talking about how this guy doesn't want to be with them, and this, and that, and they'll wait around for a little while, but if this guy's playing games, and this guy doesn't want to settle down, and doesn't know what he wants, and things like that. I see you, Ashley Elizabeth, doesn't know what he wants, and things like that. I'm not going to wait around forever. These are 2 separate DMs I was getting, not the first 3. These are 2 separate DMs I was getting. Interstellar Traveler, I see you, Interstellar Traveler. What's going on, sister? And so these aren't the first 3 DMs I got. These are 2 separate DMs I got from these other 2 females. And so they were kind of saying, like, you know what, like there's this guy that, you know, doesn't want to be with them, or he doesn't know what he wants. He doesn't know if he wants to settle down. I'm not going to wait around for him. I understand that, but let me say this though. Let me say this. Be honest with yourself. Because unlike the first 3 DMs, what's going on, Redneck 117? I see you, my brother. Unlike the first 3 DMs that I got, these last 2 DMs that I got from these females saying that the guy didn't want to settle down, they don't want to wait around for the guy. I also know that these last 2 DMs that I got from these 2 females, in conversations with them over time, one of them cheated on the guy and never told the guy. And another one didn't cheat on the guy, but would have because they were in another city and called up one of their ex-boyfriends who live in that city. When they were out there visiting their friends, they called up one of their ex-boyfriends to come out and hang with her, right? And when they called one of their ex-boyfriends to come out and hang with her, he ended up acting like an idiot. So she ended up not having sex with that ex-boyfriend that night. But she went out there and would have cheated on her boyfriend. So now those 2 females are complaining that the guy doesn't want to settle down and things like that. And they're not going to wait around forever. And how dare them. And they're playing games. But they both essentially cheated on the guys. Now the guys don't know that. But what I would say about that though is, I understand, Claudia. It's all good. I know. I'm sorry. But I see you. Who's that? Dale Socket 22. I see you. Dale Sack 22. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. But let me tell you about this, you guys. Even though those 2 females, that one cheated on her boyfriend, well, they both pretty much cheated on their boyfriends. Even though they never told the guys and the guys never found out, now they're coming back complaining about, oh, he needs to grow up and be serious. If he's not serious, I'm not going to wait around forever. But this is the thing, though. Karma is a bitch. And you can't go around and do stuff, and then when things don't happen the way you want to, you complain about them, even though you have all those skeletons in your closet, see? I'm just saying. And so I pointed this out to both of them. They didn't want to talk to me anymore. They wanted to end the conversation, right? Because people want to complain about what happens to them, but what have you done to other people? See? What have you done to other people? All right? What have you done to other people? Okay? So it's all good. What's going on? My original language, Native American tongues. My mom's Native American, 22. My dad's African American. Native American tongue I learned first. Learned English second. And then after that was Arabic and Mandarin Chinese. And that's how that goes. It's all good. It's all good. So you guys, so always be, you know what I'm saying, be honest with yourself when you're going through this. But look, you have to do what you want to do in life, okay? You have to do what you want to do in life. All right? You have to. Okay? You have to. You have to do whatever makes you happy. Who is that? Who is that? Zamari. Who's that? Zamari Pabernal. I see you. I see you. It's all good. You can't help who you're in love with, you guys. You can't help who you're in love with. Okay? And it's nobody's business but yours. Jael76 says, preach, my brother. The intentions of the heart shows the character of the person. Absolutely. The intentions of the heart show the character of the person. Jael76 couldn't have said it better myself. Jay Allen, the one and only. It's all good. You guys, you can't help who you're in love with. If you keep getting done wrong, you guys, and going back, then you can't keep complaining. Also, that's something you got to keep in mind. All right, very good, very good, Saki. I see you, Dale Saki 27. It's all good. 27 languages for sure. If you keep, you guys, going back, Lyles Leonard 67. I see you, Lyles Leonard 67. If you keep going back and getting hurt, you can't keep complaining to your friends. See. Now I'm saying, if you're with a person that makes you happy and that person cheats on you or something like that, and that person made you the happiest you could possibly be, and you want to be with that person even though they might have cheated on you once or something like that, that's your prerogative, you guys. That's your decision. If that person makes you happy, go back with that person if that's what you want to do. But don't go back with the person. And if the person keeps hurting you over and over and over and cheating on you, don't go back and complain to your friends and family that the person's not making you happy. But then stay with the person. Now, if they're going to cheat on you, if you want to stay, that's your prerogative. I'm not going to fault you for that. But if you're going to stay, that's on you. All right? That's on you. Okay? It's all good. 22 says, I like what you're saying. It's giving me more thoughts of how life is. It's all good, 22. I love that you're here with us. For sure. You guys, it is your life. We live one time. And just like the story I told you in the beginning of this, with the lady on the train and her daughter was with the guy that she loved, and the guy cheated on her. And she, because of pride and because she didn't want to feel embarrassed from her family members if she would have got back with the guy, because of that, she ended up not giving the guy a second chance and ended up trying to find that love in other places. So she ended up having a lot of sexual partners trying to fill that hole that was left in her heart, and she ended up with HIV. Right? I'm not saying that if somebody cheats on you, if you don't get back with them, you're going to end up with HIV. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you have to do what makes you happy for yourself. You can't live for your friends or family members. You can't live for me, Anti-Imperial. So when you're in my DMs and you're saying, my husband cheated on me, this is the first time I've ever caught him cheating, what should I do? All my friends and family are telling me to leave him. I'm going to tell you, you have to do what makes you happy within your heart, within your soul. You can't live for your friends and family members. But you can't keep going back to the person that hurts you and then go cry to your friends and family members. And then when they give you advice, you ignore it and go back to the person only to hurt you again and go back to your friends and family members to cry. You can't have it both ways, though. You guys, we live one time. If you believe in reincarnation, no disrespect. I'm talking for myself. I don't believe in reincarnation, okay? So I'm talking from that point of view. If you believe in reincarnation, it's on you. You guys, you only live once. If there's somebody you want to be with, if there's somebody that makes you happy, okay. What's going on, 22? 22, you want to ask 22? You can ask me whatever you want. 22, just know that I stay on topic here, so you can ask me whatever you want. I know you're new here. You can ask me whatever you want, but I stay on topic here. So if what you're going to ask is totally off of topic, I might just tell you to DM me and we can talk about it later or something like that. But yeah, you can ask, anybody can ask any question they want here, 22. But I do stay on topic here, so if your question is not going to be on topic, I may not answer it. But you can ask whatever you want, all right? But you guys, being that you only live one time and you go through your whole life, you gotta find happiness in this one life. Because let me tell you this, if there's somebody that makes you happy, and because they may have done something wrong to you or something like that, they may have cheated on you. I'm not talking about physical abuse. Physical abuse, you should leave them. That's my opinion. But I'm saying if somebody cheated on you once or something like that, you guys, if that's the person that made you happy, forget what your family or friends think. Forget about your pride. Forget about feeling embarrassed by going back. Because if that's your happiness, I don't want you to go through the rest of your life not being happy the way you should have been. I don't want you to go through the rest of your life trying to find that happiness in somebody else and you'll never find it. Superstar says sometimes you have to figure it out on your own. Stop asking for advice and make decisions based on how you are feeling for yourself. Absolutely, Superstar 617. For sure, for sure, for sure. 22, you can DM me, 22. DM me. All right, DM me. But I work with, I don't usually work with new people. All right. But you can DM me, 22. Interstellar Traveler says, that's what I've been telling myself all the time. One life, one chance. Absolutely, Interstellar. One life, one chance, you guys. We live one time. You have to find your happiness. Let me tell you something. And I think about this all the time. And I don't want any of you all when you get up in age, to be like, man, I should have did this, or I should have did that, or I should have stayed with that person, or I should have really gave that person another chance, or I really should have fought to be with that person after I made that mistake, instead of just letting them go. It's like, man, like, if we could do it, you know, it's crazy, because it's kind of like, if life was like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a good example. I really can't think of one. But if life was kind of like going to jail, it's kind of like a bad example, but if life was kind of like going to jail, then it wouldn't be so serious, right? Because, I'm not saying going to jail is not serious, but what I'm trying to say is this. You can get arrested and go to jail, and you can be in jail for 10 years, 15 years. But when you get out, your life isn't over necessarily. If you committed a felony, it kind of lingers on for the rest of your life. But you can still do things to kind of like alter your life and kind of still make your life as good as it possibly can be, right? But once your life is over, that's it. And that's the comparison now I'm trying to make with this bad example. I couldn't think of a better example on the fly, but the example I'm trying to give with the jail time is, if you get 10 years in jail, you still get a chance to get out of jail, and you still have years after that. But once you die, there is no redos. Like, if you go to jail, you can sit in jail for 8, 10 years and be like, man, I really made these mistakes. When I get out of here, I know how to not make these mistakes again, and I know how to switch up my life so that I can make things better. But once you die, there's no, well, you know what? I know how I died. Let me not make that mistake again the second time I have around. You don't get that second chance, you guys. So you have to find your happiness. Forget what everybody else thinks. Now, I'm not saying to find happiness that hurts other people. I'm not saying like do something like this. I'm not saying to be like, you know what? It makes me happy to go around and have sex with a bunch of different people. So hey, forget what my husband thinks, or forget what my wife thinks, or forget what my boyfriend thinks, or forget what my girlfriend thinks. Forget their feelings. I'm going to do what makes me happy. I'm going to go out and cheat on them all the time. I'm not saying do that. But you have to do what makes you happy as long as it doesn't hurt other people. Right? As long as it doesn't hurt other people. If what makes you happy is robbing people, that hurts other people. When you rob people, you hurt other people. When you steal from people, you hurt other people. So if robbing makes you happy, I'm not saying chase that type of happiness. All right, common sense. But if what makes you happy doesn't affect anybody else, you have to do what makes you happy. Because let me tell you this. Nobody knows how you feel. Nobody knows how the person that you're with makes you feel. So me or your friends or your family, we might look at it and be like, I don't know why you're with that person. You could do better than that person. But we're not there. We're not there when you and that person are laying in bed and that person talks to you about all your problems the way nobody else would. We're not there when you have a bad day and that person's always been there for you when nobody else was. We're not there when that person, even on a physical level, we're not there when that person walks out of the shower looking beautiful and making you feel however you feel inside and arousing you sexually. We're not there for that. No matter, I might think the person's butt ugly. I might think the person's out of shape and overweight, and your family, your friends might think the person is ugly and short and whatever it is, and doesn't make enough money. Your mom might think the person doesn't make enough money and you could do better. But we're not there. I'm not there. Your mom's not there. Your family and friends, they're not there to see how that person really makes you feel. And that's all that matters, you guys. Is the happiness that you find with whoever you want to find that happiness with. Doesn't matter what we feel about the person you're with. Superstar 617 says, hopefully that person is truly sorry for hurting you and may deserve a second chance. Right? Exactly. And Superstar says, not 4, 5, or 6 chances. Absolutely. What's going on? Who is that? Who is that? W Felice 62. I see you. Interstellar Traveler says, very true. Appreciate it, Interstellar. Love you, sister. Because let me tell you this. If you guys listen to your family and friends or listen to Anti-Imperial, right? If you listen to your family and friends, but let me tell you this. Let me just say this real quick. I'm putting myself in these examples, just to put myself in these examples. What's going on? Who's that? Lush Vivad, I see you. I'm putting myself in these examples, but anybody who's ever DM'd me or talked to me, they will tell you I don't do that. If you come to me and you're like, look, I'm going through this, or I cheated, or my boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, we cheated, da 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 da. I talk you through it. I don't give man, you gotta leave him. This is exactly. Let me tell you something. I was on the phone the other day with somebody, or DMing the other day, using my phone, not on the phone, but using my phone. And somebody was talking to me, and they were like, man, sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm not. I said, look, I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told everybody else. Exactly what I told the woman. How you doing, Leslie Webb? I see you, Leslie Webb, 1803. This is exactly what I told the woman. I said, look, this is what you have to do. You have to do 2 things. This is exactly what I told her. This is the first thing you have to do is you have to weigh in your mind if the things that make you unhappy with this guy, it was a woman, she was with a guy. I said, the things that make you unhappy with this guy, do they outweigh the things that make you happy? That's the first question. This is exactly what I told her. That's the first question. Or do the things that make you happy with this guy, do they outweigh the things that make you unhappy? That's the first thing. That's the first thing you have to decide. Exactly what I told her. And second thing I told her you have to decide is this. Once you decide that, you think about how he is. Think about the bad things. And then you ask yourself, are these things, the bad things, are these things that I am willing to wake up and put up with for the rest of my life, day in, day out? That's what you have to ask yourself. Are these the things that I'm willing to put up with for the rest of my life? Because the girl I was talking to, she was like 24 years old or something like that. And the guy that she was with was like 38. The guy she's with. And she's saying like the good things and bad things. And she's kind of like, they've been together for like 3 years. And she's at a point to where they're either going to go all in and be like a serious, like we're going to spend the rest of our lives together type of engagement, marriage type of stuff, type of track she's going to start going on, or she's going to break it off. But she's not sure because there's a lot of things that she likes about him and a lot of things that she doesn't. And those are the two things I told her. I said, look, first you have to weigh what you like about him and what you don't like about him and which one weighs more, things you like or the things you don't like. And then you have to think about the things that you don't like and say, you know what? Am I willing to live with these things for the rest of my life? And that's what you have to ask yourself. Because I told her, even though she's 24 and the guy's like, I think 38 or 39 or something like that. I told her, I said, look, this guy, being the age that he's in, the way he is the way he is. And she said, you know what, Anti? She said, that's exactly what he told me. She said, he told me I am who I am. I told her, I said, yes, exactly. I said, because when you're like in 38, something like that, I said, you're set in your ways. You've been with him for like 2 years, 3 years. You're not going to change him. He's been the way he's been for 38 years. He's set in his ways. You're not going to change it. So basically, how he is, you need to ask yourself, are you willing to put up with that for the rest of your life? And that's going to answer the question on should you pursue being engaged and being married to him. So when I say your family and friends and don't listen to what they tell you, and I put myself into this, I'm never going to tell you you should do this. Absolutely. Like your family and friends are going to be like, girl, you should leave that guy. Or you should, or your friends will be like, man, you should leave her. She's no good for you. I'm never going to do that. I'm going to put it out there for you, and I'm going to put what's going on in your relationship, and I'm going to let you weigh it out yourself. All right? So I'm never going to tell you what to do. Right? I'm never going to say you need to do this. I'm going to leave it up to you. I'm going to lay it out, and I'm going to leave it up to you. All right? But you guys got to be careful about listening to your friends and family if you're going to be happier with the person that you want to be with, even if the person's hurt you once in the past, right? If the person's cheated on you once in the past or something like that, don't be embarrassed and stuff like that to get back with them if that's where you're going to find your happiness, you guys. All right? Because let me tell you, if you, because you don't want to feel embarrassed from your family and friends and stuff like that, if you don't get back with that person that made you happy, and you never do that, what's going on, MJ? I see you. I hear you, Felice. Felice 2 says good. It's all good. Leslie Webb, I'm glad you're doing good, sister. MJ Cardona, I see you. If you don't get back with that person because of your family and friends, because of the pressure from your family and friends, if you never find happiness like you had with that person with somebody else for the rest of your life, if you're never as happy with somebody else for the rest of your life, when you look back and you tell your family, if you were to tell your family and friends, you know what, you guys, I should have never listened to your God. I should have never listened to you guys. I was so much happier with the guy or with the girl that I was with way back then. And you guys pressured me not to be with them. Guess what your family and friends are going to say? Once you get to the end of your life and you finally realize that, guess what they're going to say? Well, you shouldn't have listened to us. It was your life. Your family and friends are not going to break down and say, oh my God, I know. We're so sad that you listened to us and you didn't find the person you were meant to be with in your life and you left the person that you were meant to be with in your life. Your family and friends are worried about their own life, their own relationships, and their own happiness. Your family and friends are worried about their own happiness and their own relationships and their own life, you guys. All right? Interstellar Traveler says, most things should be solely taken care of between the two. But the problem is that some people speak too much about everything in their relationship, then family and friends end up not liking the person. Oh my Lord. Interstellar Traveler, how much do I ever tell you that I love you, sister? Because if I haven't told you lately, let me tell you I love you, sister. Absolutely correct, you guys. Be careful about every little time you're mad, everything that your partner does in your relationship, you run back and tell your friends and family. Every bad thing. Because then when it comes down to it, they're going to be like, oh, with all the bad stuff you told me, this is what they're thinking in their mind. It's not their fault. With all the bad stuff you've told them, they're like, oh, man, you should leave that person. What you even thinking about it for? Why would you even think about staying with that person? You should leave that person. That's because of all the stuff you told them. And if they care for you, it's kind of like this, right? It's kind of like if you worked a job. And if you worked a job where your boss was an a-hole, and you kept coming home and telling people about how your boss mistreats you, and then you have a chance later on to get a different job, people are going to be like, man, hell yeah, you should go get a different job, man. Your boss been treating you terrible your whole life. What you talking about? So it's only common sense. So the same thing like Interstellar Traveler was saying in a relationship. If you've been telling everybody every little thing they've been doing wrong, then it comes down to it, they're going to be like, of course, you should leave that person. Right? And Superstar 617 says, well said, Interstellar. Definitely well said. For sure, for sure. The real, who's that? The real loyal Slim. I see you. The real loyal Slim in the building. Interstellar Traveler says, got to keep some things private. In an age of high intrusion, especially for sure, high intrusion, definitely. People need to keep some things sacred, you guys, for sure. Right? Definitely. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Right? You gotta have communication with the person you're in a relationship with, first of all. Second of all, if you do feel like you need some help, if you do feel like you need to talk to somebody, maybe you should talk to an outside person. Me and Superstar 617 was talking about this once, and she was saying, Anti-Imperial, the reason why a lot of people like to come talk to you is because you're not their family or friends, you're an outside person, therefore you can see it from a different point of view, and you just tell people, like, you know, what to do from an outside objective point of view. Me and Superstar 617 was having that conversation a while ago, right? Because your family and friends, they're on your side no matter what, so they come in it with like those type of glasses on. They're going to see it from your point of view, because everybody who DMs me about the relationship, I look at it from both points of view. And look, if you contact me about your relationship, one of the first things I'm going to say is, what have you done to the other person? Have you cheated on the other person? Do you mentally or emotionally abuse the other person? Do you yell at the other person? I'm going to ask you that. Because, you know, when you come to me, you're going to be like, oh, this person does this and this and this and this. And I'm going to say, okay, what have you done? Have you ever cheated on that person in the past? Right? So that's why a lot of times you guys, it's easier to go talk to, like, you know, a psychiatrist or something like that, or psychologist or something like that, because they're an outside person and they don't have a vested interest in the relationship. You know what I mean? So you guys can always contact me, man. You guys can always contact me. For sure, for sure, for sure. But man, you guys, look, I love you guys, okay? Interstellar Traveler says, but people don't like to be confronted about what they've done, and most times they'll lie. And that is very true. Absolutely, Interstellar. Absolutely true. Absolutely, absolutely true. Most times they will lie. Most times they will lie because, hey, what did Michael Jackson say? Look at the man in the mirror, right? I'm asking him to change his ways. Okay? So sometimes you got to look at the man or woman in the mirror and ask that individual, aka yourself, to change their ways. and kind of just look at everything, you guys, for the honesty, and look at everything for what it truly is. Okay? Superstar 617 says, true. People can feel safe sharing things with you. With me, she's saying, there are a lot of people who need someone safe to talk to. I'm always here for anybody, you guys. Always here for anybody. Okay? So, man, look, man. If you're happy with somebody, nobody knows how that person makes you feel but you. Nobody knows how that person is there for you but you. So if you're happy with somebody, you guys, the official Wilma Jean, we're almost done here, but good to see you. The official Wilma Jean has joined. Nobody knows how that person makes you feel, you guys. Nobody knows the happiness that person brings to your life. Okay? So maybe sometimes people deserve a second chance. But like Superstar 617 says, if they've cheated on you, maybe they do deserve a second chance, but not a 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. And I will also say, if you are in a physically abusive relationship, there are no second chances. If somebody is beating you, physically abusive, you guys, get out of that relationship, okay? For me personally, I would say no second chances for something like that. Who's that? D Money up next, I see you. The Money up next, I see you. That being said, you guys, I hope you guys find happiness with whatever you do throughout your life. This is going to be an ongoing theme with me, you guys, that we only live once, and I want you to find your happiness within this one life that we receive, you guys. Make yourself happy every day, day in, day out, as much as possible. I love you guys. I am O-Dogg, Anti-Imperial the Chill. O-Dogg is the sexually explicit guy. O-Dogg is all about having fun. He's kind of like a little gangster, a little thug. The second name is Anti-Imperial. Anti-Imperial's in the center. O-Dogg, Anti-Imperial the Chill. Anti-Imperial's in the center because Anti-Imperial is more of who I truly am. Anti-Imperial is all about upliftment, education, social issues, economics, political science, sociology, psychology, philosophy, physiology, and things like that. And the Chill is a hopeless romantic. The Chill is all about falling in love and things like that. Interstellar Traveler says, oh, who is that? Matias Campos joined us. Matias Campos, 1796, I see you. Interstellar Traveler says, thank you very much. I hope you find someone who adds to your happiness. I hope I find someone who adds to my happiness. You guys, I hope you do, Interstellar Traveler, man. I hope we all do, right? It's difficult, man. Relationships are so difficult. Trust me, sister, I know. It's all good. That's why I've been single for so long, man. I've been single for so long. It's really difficult, you know. It's really difficult and sad sometimes, and very lonely. Let me say that of myself. But Interstellar Traveler, I hope you do find somebody, sister, and I pray that you find the best individual for yourself, because you're a beautiful soul, Interstellar, and I love you to death, sister. So you deserve that, for real. Definitely, for sure. It's all good. And Interstellar Traveler says no subtraction from it, for sure. Not subtract from it. You don't need anybody who subtracts from your life. You need somebody who will add to your life. We all do. Everybody. Interstellar Traveler definitely said some beautiful things tonight, man. Or today, depending on where you are in the world, you guys. But definitely, you guys, we need somebody who adds to our life. Somebody who uplifts you. Not somebody who subtracts from your life or brings you down. Definitely. David Span, 35, I see you. Thank you, Interstellar. I love you, sister. You guys, this is Diversity Outspoken. We do this every Wednesday, every Sunday, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. So that is 9 o'clock p.m. Wednesdays, United States Eastern Time Zone, and Sundays, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. We call this Diversity Outspoken because we speak about a diverse range of topics, meaning that we speak about anything and everything, and we are outspoken, meaning that we are straight to the point about those topics. Thank you guys very much. You guys can reach out to me on Instagram and on TikTok at anti_imperial. It's right here in the shirt at anti_imperial on Instagram and on TikTok. On YouTube, it's just anti-imperial with a space in between. On YouTube, it's just anti-imperial without the underscore, anti-space imperial on YouTube. On Instagram and TikTok, you have to have that underscore at anti_imperial. If you have me on Instagram, the easiest way to subscribe to my YouTube is to go to my Instagram bio page. You guys know we all get an Instagram or an IG bio page. And on that Instagram bio page, we have that one line that's a link. Good night, good night, good night, Interstellar Traveler. My beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sister. Absolutely amazing individual with an amazing soul, an amazing heart. I love you to death, Interstellar. Be safe, for sure, for sure, for sure. If you have me on Instagram, you guys, we all get that IG, that Instagram bio page. And on that Instagram bio page, we get that one line for a link. And that link will always be my latest video. So if you go to my Instagram bio page, you click that link, that video will come up. It will be a YouTube video. You can go ahead and hit the subscribe button when that YouTube video comes up, and I would appreciate that. That being said, you guys, I love you guys to death. You guys take care. Have a great day or great night, depending on where you are in the world. I love you guys. You guys be safe. Until next time, peace. Take care. Bye-bye. Love you guys. Dogg, Anti-Imperial to chill. Peace. Take care. Bye-bye.